Hi, I'm Kamal Imani from the Neat USA show and Kamal TV. And today we are celebrating women entrepreneurs. And we have some beautiful, creative, and talented women entrepreneurs here today. And we're going to speak to them. So it's like my lucky day. I am so blessed to be in the company of these young ladies. And they're not just talented, but they're just creative. They're fun to be with. They're colorful, like these beautiful hats. Yes. So the name of their company is Moms Off Duty. Oh, I'm about to get beat up. Moms Off Duty. So we'll let them talk to you about that. And I guess we'll start with, this is Jelani and this is Randy.
Hello.
And
hello.
I think Randy talks a lot. So we're going to start with Jelani, okay, and then we'll transition to Randy.
Okay.
So how you doing?
Good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It really is. And so just tell us about your company just tell us about your company a little bit.
Well, it's called Mom Off Duty. My partner here had she came to me with this vision. She had this idea for a website to cater to moms, and I was with it. I was like, I see it, and I became a full-blown partner. It's a website we have that it's an outlet for moms. We have beauty and style tips, and we want to cater to the kids as well. Kid-friendly recipes, how to turn a daytime outfit into a nighttime outfit. Just something for moms to be able to go to and be able to do things. And we ventured into making dad caps that I'm wearing now, the denim one, our Mom Off Duty hat, and now we have Off Mom Vibes. So we're just taking it from there. We're beginners. We're learning along the way, but we're getting a really good response, so we're really excited.
Okay, well, for beginners, you have a very professional vibe.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. Okay, and how did you guys get together?
Oh, boy. Well, we have been friends for so long. We've been friends for years. We pray together, so it's always good to have a prayerful friend. And, it kind of just turned into, like, our friendship just went from, like, one phase to another level, and now we're here. So it's nice to have friends that you can also do business with.
That's very important. I want you to put your hand up just a little because you can't see your pretty eyes. Yeah, that's good. All right. So, the partner thing, like, you're very blessed to be able to do that because I must have dissolved about 5 partnerships in my life. But it was a learning experience for me. People really have to have clearly defined goals or else it's not going to work. Right. And, like, with me, I just go real hard. So it's like if we say we're going to go jogging and you're way back there, it's not going to work.
Right.
So if you have people that can stay together and match each other's energy, that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just always on the same page. We're always on the same wave. Like, even like our looks, sometimes we're like, oh, hey girl, like,
right.
we're there. We bounce ideas off each other. We respect one another. I'm very highly respectful of her opinion and what she thinks and the ideas she brings to the table, so that really works for us. Right. And we're able to just talk to each other, like, professionally,
right,
friend-wise, and it just works for us, so. And we pray. We can't go wrong with prayer.
Right,
so
you definitely cannot.
God is guiding this ship here.
Whole ship. So you can't go wrong with that. Just like she said, I totally respect her, but I think it works because we both bring different qualities to the table, which kind of, makes it so much easier as a whole because, like her background is a lot of accounts payable and numbers and spreadsheets and things like that, whereas mine is more like the creative and, fashion and beauty and things like that. So, to bring it all together, it's kind of like, you have a complete package there. And between brainstorming, going a little this way, a little that way, compromising definitely, but we're on the same page. We've always gotten along so well, and it works because there's no we're not going in two different directions. We have a common goal and we're both here for it. So
there's like
so far so good.
There's like a stereotype that women are like, catty all the time. Like they can never do
so
what you are doing.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
We're not there. I'm
no.
all about women empowerment. I think there's enough room for everybody. I think I really genuinely I'm happy for everybody, whatever they're trying to do, whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is. I'm like a very supportive friend, and I don't have time for that. I'm all about energy and vibes, and that I can't have that around me. So
Right.
and we know that already. We have that completely established. So we don't have no issue
Right.
with that.
And there's no reason to be catty. I mean, you know, we have so many things going on. Like, the only place to go is up.
That's right.
You know, and especially when you have such a prayerful friend. You know, we've literally prayed together for years, and for God to kind of transform our friendship into now a business partnership. You know, I mean, I can't thank anyone but him for doing it, because, you know, you can't work with everybody. Just like you said, you cannot work with all your friends, and he seems to have put this together seamlessly, so we're just going with it.
Yeah, if she's winning, I'm winning.
Right.
That's how I feel.
And vice
So
versa.
it's
So.
a team thing. It's a us thing. So
Right.
we're not worried about that caddy. Those type of energy.
There's only two of
we
us.
Keep away. Yeah.
This definitely works. So, I mean, if there were 5 of us, then that might be a different
Right.
story.
It could get
but
tricky.
right, it could get a little tricky. You know, like splitting the money with a group. But I mean, we
got
it's a
this.
partnership. So far so good. It's not
So
no
you
reason
were-
to complain.
You were telling me earlier that you were surprised a little bit at the success of your hat sales.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you always have that fear when you start a new business, or just anything that's new that you're introducing to the public. You know, you always have that fear that people are not going to like what you like.
Right.
And people aren't going to receive it as well as you may want them to, or think they will, or, you know, you have this outrageous, you know, even in your mind, if you have some sort of outrageous idea, like, oh, I'm going to do this and that and this and that, you know, and it just doesn't like this inflated idea in your mind that it doesn't happen. And I mean, in the past, since we debuted these caps, and this is fairly recent, we have literally sold out and restocked at least 4 times. So, I mean, you know, I am so thankful that people think it's cute and people like it, and
They
right,
received
they
it well.
totally are on board with it. And it's funny because it's called Mom Off Duty, but moms are never off duty. So I think that's really why people like it, and why people have really kind of
that's
taken
true.
to it.
And it's catchy, you know, it's really
Right.
catchy. We thought of, like, we're like, what do we do next? Like, we need, because these hats are so in, like, dad hats are so in, and, you know, everybody's about making their own stuff. And we were like, you know, we were embedding the name Mom Off Duty, Mom Off Duty, and we made the hats, and, like, they were so well received. Like, everybody was like, not only because they're our friends, but they are like, it's so cute. Like, they really
Right.
like it. So that just made us so happy. We started with basic black denim.
We branched out. We have
And then
like
we
the
have- now
yellow,
we have all these
and
colors.
now
We're
we
getting
have
all
like a
these
summer
requests.
collection.
Yeah, like,
we have
it's-
like special requests, which, you know, I mean, even at first, because right now the only places we've shipped so far is like we've shipped to Atlanta, we've shipped to California, we've shipped to New York, and we do it all personally. It's all like you get a nice little handwritten note with your
nice.
stuff, because we just want to show our appreciation
Right.
for you just supporting us, you know, especially the beginning stages. But I mean, I'm so overwhelmed with how much support people have shown us,
happening
and just
so
the way that
quickly.
they love it. You know,
Yeah.
I want, it's like makes me happy. It makes me want to, you know, keep being of service, especially, you know, because we didn't start out originally to sell anything.
Right. We,
You
it
know,
was just
we
a
were
website idea.
right. We were just a website idea. We were doing nonprofit things. We did a clothing drive, which was amazing. That turned out so well. But we were going into this as kind of like a not-for-profit, you know. And now that we are selling things, people are behind us and they like what we stand for. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
so.
we obviously want to, you know, profit some way, but we really want to be in a place where we can give back and we can do volunteer work, and we
Right.
could have events for kids and less unfortunate
Right.
moms that don't have things, you know. So we just really, we want to give back, because we've seen what God done for us, and we're so filled with gratitude that there's no other way but to give back. You know,
Right.
that it would be wrong of us not to even think that, and that's definitely what we
Definitely.
want to do.
That's the ultimate goal. is
We want to get our hands dirty,
right,
you know.
be able to enrich our area, because we're from Bergen County, you know, and we grew up here. My kids are growing up here. The most I would love to, you know, eventually where we see it going is, doing charm schools and, clinics for kids and camps and things, things like that. That
people that can afford it.
People, right? Just people that want to send their kids and want their kids to have a better life, just like I do for mine, that may not necessarily have the money to do it, but this is why we're here. This is, I have kids. I would like to see them grow up in a nice area with nice kids and have things available to them that may not have been available to me. So that's our ultimate goal. That's what we want to just, change our area first and, in the process, change lives for the better.
Take it worldwide.
Right.
I see it going worldwide. I see it.
International.
I see it. Yeah, I have taught at-risk and emotionally disturbed students, and throughout New Jersey, and some of the girls, they need charm school. They really do. I mean,
It's all about guidance.
Some of
Right.
the things I see. So it's very good what you're doing, because it's like, as a man, it's very hard for me to tell them, like, don't do that. That's not ladylike.
Right.
Right.
Then they're like,
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's very good that you are doing this.
Yeah, everybody's not fortunate enough to have a mentor, but, we would love to start like a mentorship program for young girls, some sort of like counseling, because, mentorship is so much, and it's so important because it can really guide you in the right direction, just not even career-wise, but spiritually. I had, one of my mentors totally taught me how to pray and, just kind of put me on a path where, instead of dealing with things one way, I started looking at life from another perspective, a more mature perspective, a more spiritual perspective, whereas if I didn't have her in my life, God only knows where I would be, so, even career-wise and education-wise, young girls need someone to look up to, someone that looks like them,
Right.
Someone to inspire them to be better and want to be better and, do their own thing.
And a mentor can really just like shape your life, and in the world of minorities, people are like, don't want to seek help because they don't want to be weak and stuff like that. But guidance is so important,
Right.
and if you have somebody that looks like you, that's,
Right.
hey, I didn't have a dad, and, we can guide you and put you on the right path, have you avoiding mistakes that we've made growing up.
Right.
We're not perfect. We're still learning along the way, but to be able to give back and do that for little girls and kids, that would be everything. That means a lot to us.
That means more than anything, than any
money
sale
or
of a
sales.
cap that we could possibly do.
That's
It's
a bigger
just-
accomplishment
Right.
than anything. To be
Right.
able to say, hey, I helped with this kid. Look at this kid
Right,
now, how amazing they
give
turned out,
scholarships to people, that
College
have the
funds,
grades,
yeah.
but their families can't necessarily afford to send them to the school that they want to go to. Like, we can do a scholarship program and, just fundraise, because we've all been there. Like, we've all been to school, and, it's not the easiest thing. Books are super expensive.
Yep.
So any way that we could help, that's why we're here. That's why we're starting this now, so that, eventually this thing grows into something. Right now, something just more than we could even imagine at this point, and
We're building a brand.
it's starting to blossom, but, it's little by little we're taking steps, and the more people want to help and see what we're trying to do, it's better for everyone. It's better for our community. It's better for where we live. It's better for our children and the next generation and my friends as kids. So
I was listening to Dr. Boyce Watkins today. Have you ever heard of him? He's on YouTube. He's very big into entrepreneurism. And one thing he was saying, he was like, I don't like a business to definitely give me donations, right? And I was like, because I'll take donations. But his point was, because I'm not giving them anything in return. They're building me up, but I'm not giving them anything in return. So, I wouldn't say don't take donations, but you're giving somebody something in return. So what I want to say to the people out there is you should definitely support them and purchase their merchandise and invite them to your events. Let them speak, let them show, talk to the young ladies and things like that, and the older ladies as well. I'm just stressing the importance of supporting these young ladies. And what is your website?
www.momoff-duty.com.
Say it again.
It's www.momoff-duty.com.
check out our website.
Yes,
So
check us
cute.
out. We're on social media. We have an Instagram. We have a Facebook. So
And you know what I'm learning too? Like there's a new vibe, and you represent the new generation. And the new vibe is like not just I'm selling something and getting the money, but it's like a world, just like an optimistic and a giving and caring vibe. So like I can see that. I'm not sure if you have your office open to the public yet or whatever, but I can see the office like just open and full of space
Bright.
and air,
Yeah.
bright and good music and smelling
Yes.
good,
Because
people
I mean,
happy.
You're
we're
here with
welcoming.
us.
We're
You get
warm
it.
and
You
we're
get it.
welcoming.
Yes.
Right. Like you feel our vibe. You know, it's just very warm, very welcome. Like we always. I mean, people comment on our Instagram page, like comment on Facebook, and we never hesitate to like comment back, or people like DM, like, oh, how much is a hat? Where can I get it? I have no problem going to the post office, writing a note. Thank you so much. You know, check us out. Make sure you hashtag us when you put it on. We give shout outs. Whoever buys a hat, buys a
right.
Yeah,
T-shirt.
the support is
we give you a
everything.
shout out, like
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, the support
Everything.
is huge.
I mean, it's
that's a
huge.
big
You know what I
deal,
mean?
You know,
Because
when you're beginning.
this is just the beginning, you know. But eventually, just like you said, with like donations, any investor that we have, you know exactly where your money's going. Whether it's going to this girl's books, or you know, her for college, or you know, this person's medical expenses. Whatever it is, you know exactly where it's going, so you know that you helped this person.
And you could have the Moms Off Duty Awards.
I mean, eventually, I mean, I'm with it. As
Yeah.
long as, like, we can
I
get
like
Drake
where
to
you're
host.
going with
Right.
this. I like it.
Maybe Drake can host for us.
I'll help you. I mean, I'll be the behind the scenes man.
Oh, you're
We're
always
we're
invited.
family
You're always
now.
invited.
We
Right. There you go,
established we're
cousin.
family now. So,
Exactly.
yes.
You're
Can't get
always
rid of us
invited.
now.
Right. We'll be back.
Yeah. And my sister Kim Phelps, she's in Roselle, New Jersey. We do a lot of events. You know, once we hook up, I'll show you. I got some stuff right on my Facebook page, like rappers, young rappers, Christian rappers.
Oh,
and
nice.
stuff like that. Yeah. So
Definitely
we need
interested
to,
in that.
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
can merge
Yeah,
in
for
any
sure.
way.
Network
That's
is
what-
everything
that's it.
right now. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Because I mean, anything like young, hip, like we're so young ourselves. So, you know, we're right here in like the millennial generation, which they always like talk down about millennials, but I think we're kind of leading the pack. you
Right.
know?
Because, you know, we need to hear the message. The older generation, we need to hear the message. We see things, but we don't hear. From you, I'm getting the message.
Right.
And, you know, that's just very important. So sometimes I really tune into what the young brothers are saying, and I say, oh, okay. You know, like Kendrick Lamar. And I said, oh,
Love
that's
him.
what that's all about.
Right.
But at first, if we just see some sagging pants and things like that, then we go, oh.
Typical
Right, you
stereotype.
get the wrong idea.
Yeah,
he's
Right.
typical
ignorant.
stereotype.
He gotta be, and she gotta be ignorant to be with him.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and it's done. But not looking into the heart and not looking into where they're coming from. And, you know, a lot of us coming from single moms and father ran out and was irresponsible or killed or whatever. So that has an effect on children. And they're going to grow
Big
up and they
time.
still want to express themselves any way that they can.
Right.
And this is we feel so passionate about it because you see us here looking pretty and rocking these hats, but we've been through some stuff. We've
Right.
been through
Oh,
it.
we've been through
You
some
can't
stuff.
tell by looking at us,
can't
but
tell.
we've been through it and we've overcame, and you know we dusted our
grace of
shoulders
God.
off,
Yep.
stayed prayed up, and made things happen. And you know, this is also inspiration to people. Like if you have a dream, if you have something you want to do, go for it. Because that's
Right.
what we did. We
Literally.
talked about it, and
when
not
your
even
back
a year
is
later,
against
we're
the
here.
wall.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you know the we're overwhelmed with gratitude because the response has been so crazy. Like
Yeah.
and we be rocking these hats.
Every day,
We've been
every day, no
rocking-
matter
I'm
where I
searching
go,
off,
I have
like,
a different color
we are
on,
rocking-
and people
we're-
are like, I will
MOD
sell
is
you a
life.
hat from my truck. That's
we,
it.
Right.
we
Like,
are
that's it.
hashtagging everything.
Everything.
MOD is life.
Like,
MOD.
people
Like
are like,
we're
that's
just
so cute. Where can I get one? Right
we're
here, I got
getting
it for
hit.
you.
We're getting
That's-
hit up. Like, what is it about? What do you guys represent? And just the people inquiring. That
Right.
makes us feel
The
good.
buzz
You know what?
is
And not
there,
just,
the
oh, you want to buy a
interest.
I
hat.
be
Right.
rocking. I'm all like,
We got dad on
I'm like,
duty
we
for you.
go
The
hard.
interest, exactly.
MOD.
Exactly.
Right.
And And it's just,
So life.
you know, because we see so many people out there with their own stuff, and I see like and that's the thing these days now is to just rock your own stuff, which of course,
big.
you know, it's huge, and that's what it is, personal style, instead of investing in all these big brand names, which I mean is cool, don't get me wrong, I love them just like everyone else, but, you know, why not invest in yourself? If you're going to put $600 towards something else, invest in yourself first.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing that I've learned. If you don't invest in you,
Nobody else
else will. If you don't take yourself seriously, nobody else will.
And you know, people know us for like rocking cute stuff, and you know what I mean.
You
So
know,
it's like
we're
us
very
putting out our
stylish.
own hat is like huge, you know. So people are with it. They're
Y'all
like,
said
yes.
the key word, invest. And then you said invest in yourself. And that's important. That's what you've been saying the whole time. But those words just really rang a bell with me because I'm saying you have talent. We all have gifts and talents. And if we just sit on them or don't see the business side, then we're going to end up doing something that's not going to make us happy down the road.
Right.
And as an older person, I can tell you from not following my heart, listening to auntie, grandma, professor,
They don't get it.
friends, I would do things to come right back around to what I really love anyway. So why did I waste all that time doing what someone else wanted me to do?
Right. And
You
that's
know.
our biggest thing. We're so creative and we're not mediocre.
Right.
We know that.
Right.
We know that. And we know that there's faith without work is dead.
Exactly.
And now
God
we're
gave you
working.
talents to
All we're
multiply,
doing is working. So
And it's so funny because I did hear something ever since this whole thing has just kind of been unraveling in itself. You know, work smart, not hard. You know, because you'll never get rich working hard. And they tell you like you're working hard for a week's salary, and it was a double entendre. It was a week's salary and then a week WEAK salary. You know, you're working hard so that if somebody fixes your salary, then you have to wait to get your check.
That's right.
Instead of going out and going to get it.
That's right.
You know, so now we're out here. We're going to get it any way possible. You know, we're selling these hats, and we have T-shirts coming. Next month we're going to have hoodies coming. We're going to most likely do some beach bags for the moms because every mom needs a tote bag.
Little pouches for moms. You know, my mom
you know,
just
so you keep all your stuff intact. And it's just helpful, you know, because especially me, I have 3 kids of my own. I have a big bag. I need a big bag. Traveling with the 3 of them, and they're all small and young. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what's in my one bag. It's just 35 pounds.
Loaded.
And you know what I mean? Like, it's 35 pounds, but I have everything. I could probably go away for 2 days and be good. But it's a necessity. And that's all it is. And just like the website, it's a necessity. It's an outlet. It's a one-stop shop for moms. You know, we give you beauty tips if you're a time-strapped mom. And, you know, even mothers, new mothers, or mothers that are expecting a baby. And, you know, as a mom, you go through a lot of phases. And sometimes you feel like you're losing yourself because you had a baby. And, you know, even for women who are not moms.
Yeah,
we
just
still,
women in general.
Women in general, you know, you go through so many different phases in life. Maybe you're stuck in a job that you don't like.
Yes.
You know, you want to spruce up your look a little bit. We have things for you. We have beauty tips for you. Things in the morning, like if you're running late, you know, 10-minute routine that you can just kind of spice it up a little bit. Something different, but it's all there in front of you.
Can you explain the importance of looking good when you don't feel good? Like making yourself still look good?
It's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing. It starts within.
Of course.
It starts within. I mean, you can be head to toe glam, but if you're not in there, you know, if you don't feel it inside, so that's key, you know, that's really the key, and that's very important. You can't just want to look good just to look good. You have to really feel it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to feel good.
But it always helps looking good.
No,
on the outside.
absolutely. You know, you step
It
out,
always
you know,
helps.
you get the extra.
It always helps.
doing?
You know, a little red lipstick, a little mascara on, you know, not so nice day.
Yeah.
And it always helps. I mean, you know, one
you back.
person can say, "Oh, you look great," you know,
Yeah, that
and
one
that'll just kind
compliment.
of that you kind of just bounce off that and feed off that energy and say, "Oh, you know, I guess I look better than I thought."
That's
you know,
right.
at least I look better than I feel.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and you kind of just take that throughout the day. So. It's all about, you know, kind of just enhancing yourself. And then we also do like the kid-friendly recipes because maybe not every mom necessarily knows how to cook and can make, you know, a 7-course spread and turkey wings and collard greens and this and that. But, you know,
shout out to Maggie.
I mean, but if you have young kids and, you know, if you have young kids, they may not like Big Ziti. They may just want Kraft macaroni and cheese, you know, so that's another just option. And some moms sometimes you're very hard on yourself. You know, you feel like you're not doing 100% job.
Y'all ain't just talking to women, y'all talking to me too.
I mean, we talking to dads too, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
just as a parent,
somewhere where you can come and relate.
but it's just
you can
somewhere
come relate.
you can come and relate.
Right.
We're gonna be putting up. We're gonna be putting up testimonials from like real parents, like real stories from real parents, testimonials, and then just doing like little funny things like that quotes that kids say. You know, because there's a whole bunch of first world problems that kids have. You know, like, I picked out this cup and now I don't want it, so I'm throwing it on the floor. And some parents might beat themselves up over that because they're like, what am I doing wrong? It's not just your kid, it's mine too, and hers, and his, and, you know, we all go through the same
And there's no manual
things.
to being
There's
a parent.
Not at all.
Oh, no.
You gotta
Not at all.
you learn along the way, you know,
But you
depending
never
on
wanna
your
give
kid and your
them-
situation, so.
Right, and you never want to give your kids less than what you have. So
That's right.
if there's nothing else, we're just here to help. And just as people going through it, me personally, I'm going through it. So if I can help the next person, you know, whether looking good or feeling good or just with a recipe or just with a cocktail recipe, like sit back, kick back, have a drink, you deserve it.
That's
you know,
right.
at the end of the day, you just know that you're not alone.
That's right.
We
And
want to
that
help
was-
and
right.
inspire.
Right.
We are
And
almost
that's it.
running out. We only have a couple minutes. We got 2 minutes. So there's a question I want you young ladies to address, and that is, what is the importance, can you explain importance to the young ladies out there and young men of getting a head start on their career competition, meaning using their talents now, like getting started now instead of waiting until after college?
Find what it is that you love to do. Have that passion. Know what it is that you want to do, and just do it. The time's never going to be right. The money.
Right.
Try for that dream. Don't ever sit back and be like, I never tried. You got to try. You got to go. It's never too late. Do it.
Nothing will ever be
Be
perfect.
inspired. Make a vision board.
Nothing
Don't
will
waste
ever be
time.
perfect.
The only thing you can't get back is time. Don't waste your
right.
time, especially when you're young and you see people like us, like, and you started earlier than us. You got that in the bag.
Right.
You got that in the bag. Go do it.
Yes.
Do it.
And do not get distracted.
Don't listen to
Don't
naysayers.
listen to naysayers.
Stay away from those.
You know where your heart goes, and you follow that. And invest in yourself because nobody else will invest in you.
Self-love is everything. Love yourself.
First.
Amen.
Love
You
you.
cannot love somebody else before
Till
you
you
love
love
yourself.
Amen.
That's some
I'll
real,
say
real.
the website one more time because we're running out.
www.momoff-duty.com.
There it is.
And our Instagram page, mom.off.duty. Visit us.
Yes.
and
Follow
come see
us.
Our
Yes.
merchandise. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes,
You're
thank
welcome.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
This
We
is
are
great.
family now.
Yes, we had a great time.
We're coming back
All
with our
right.
glam team
Yes.
the next
Yes,
time. We're
yes.
going to be ready. Like,
I'll be ready. I'll be more colorful next time.
yeah,
I'll be
right.
ready.
We're going to serve.
We'll have a dad off duty hat for you.
Oh yeah, I'll be ready.
Oh yeah, those are coming
Got
for
you.
Father's Day too.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
Dad
your
off
friends
duty.
know. Yeah.
Tell a friend to tell a
Right.
friend.
We have the mom vibes. So
Mom vibes.
And
Throw
by the
different
way,
things in the
she's a
mix.
model. She's an actress. Just so
that's
you know.
right. Book us.
Yeah, that's right.
Booking and book coming
just go
soon.
to the website. Yeah. All right, I guess that's it. I don't see my people's giving me that sign, but I know we're running out of time. So, you know, we're going to fast forward, back, rewind. Know what I mean?
He's a rapper.
That's from the dome. So we all can't do that, all right?
Okay.
From the dome.
Mom
Right.
off duty.
I'm
MOD.
off duty. MOD. What? What?
Yes. Love it.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Kamal Imani TV. Shout out to Mike West, Bob West.
Shout out Cousin Mike.
Yes.
Shout out. Peace and love. Success, prosperity. Thank you.
Yay.
All right.